am here with the Global Head of Legal Operations at Meta. Hi, Mike. Mike Haven. Good to have you here.
Thank you. Not quite yet, Caroline. I'll be there on December 16th.
Right. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. So Mike, as you all know, is the previous Global Head of Legal Ops at Intel and is starting a new role, we're pleased to announce. That's really exciting. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a big challenge and a great opportunity to do some amazing things.
Yeah, well, I look forward to when you've been in the role of, when you start the role and when you've been in the role, then I look forward to maybe speaking about the role. But for today, we're going to be talking about 24, 25. So looking back on a couple of the milestones of the last year, it's great to have you on. I've been speaking to a lot of people from private practice. So it's really great to have you here, perhaps with that slightly different reflections on some of the milestones or challenges of 24. What jumps out for you?
It was a remarkable year. Like if you go back to November of 2022 when GPT was released, and you think about the evolution of what's happened since then, 2023 was really a year of learning about that technology and what it does. And 2024 has been a year of experimentation. So we've seen a lot of organizations, both in-house legal teams and law firms, experimenting with generative AI. And what that has brought out in the lawyers has been truly remarkable. Lawyers all of a sudden are interested in process for the first time ever. They're interested in the scientific method for like the first time I can remember in my career, and they care about clean data. And it matters now. So like lawyers are starting to become interested in areas that they never really dipped their toes into before. And so that's really what stands out to me in 2024.
That's amazing to hear you say that. So I'm trying to gauge, and it's so great to have your perspective. I've been speaking to different firms, and also different people who are perhaps part of, the Law Tech UK or whatever, just to gain different perspectives on, like a kind of litmus test on where firms are, in terms of actually using Gen AI as to as opposed to talking about it. You said, 23 was sort of the year of becoming familiar with this new thing, and then this year they've been using it. That's really fascinating. So you're seeing some firms using it in anger, so real use cases in the firms that you've been working with.
Experimentation. It's really
Right.
been about experimentation and not really uh, about putting things into production yet, although
Okay.
that's starting to happen. And I'll touch on that when we talk about 25. But uh, it's been experimentation, and both law firms and in-house teams have been playing around with the technology and sandboxes and actually working together to see how we can improve our mutual relationships with the technology. I've had multiple firms reach out to me and ask if they could use our data in their models for, in a protected, secure sandbox to experiment with the technology and see how they can add more value to their clients with the technology. So it's been really fun to see.
Yeah, I mean, amongst the largest firms that I work with, there have been some cool examples. I think they're probably the firms, same sort of firms that you work with, and you've had the Clifford Chances experimenting with Copilot, and and doing some quite fun stuff. So and then so I don't know if we're ready to sort of duck ahead to 2025, but was there, outside of Gen AI, was it hard to sort of focus on anything else?
Well, I mean, it seems like law firm rates have gone way up in the past year. But it'll be interesting to see how pricing is impacted by the AI. That's
Yeah.
been the subject of a lot of conversation.
Are you in a kind of interesting juncture of, so I still hear about in-house teams saying to, at the conferences I go to, where we have sometimes Chatham House conversations, there'll be teams that go on the record as saying, we're asking our law firms what they're doing in order to reduce the costs. I haven't seen a huge amount of progress in that area. Like, you don't necessarily have to talk about yourself, but are you seeing much progress in terms of firms coming up with solutions, or answering those questions in terms of how it will impact price?
I think now we're starting to get into the 2025. conversation.
Yeah, I suppose it's true.
Because in 2025, we'll start to see tangible, measurable productivity gains from AI in legal. And there, to your point, there will be discussions over which sectors of the industry should receive the gains from that technology. So, for example, will law firms pass all of the savings to their clients? Will there be some sort of a share model? And if so, what will that look like? Or will firms do the unthinkable and try to pad their margins without any material financial benefit for their clients? It's an open question, and I'm sure firms are talking about it. But the urgency of these conversations will only be expedited by the rapid evolution of the tech and the proliferation of digital agents in legal teams. So it's a conversation that has to happen soon.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know you're in a beautiful location right now, and so I'm going to keep it shorter than I perhaps would otherwise. But I can't wait to catch up with you when you've got your feet in a new role. And just goes to say for now, thank you so much for chatting with me.
It's always a pleasure, Caroline. Anytime.
Thanks, Mike.
Take care.